Welcome to Not From Here, a podcast dedicated to past versions of ourselves
and the current versions of all of you. We are your co-hosts. I'm Riley Klauza.
And I am Isa Rodriguez. And we are just a couple of Michiganders turned New Yorkers trying to get a grip.
Have you ever been made fun of for the way you say things or thought, damn, I never even realized I had an accent?
Well, we have too, because we're definitely
not from here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey. Wow, that echo was beautiful. Like, it feels so good to be in the studio right now.
It really does.
Like, no hate to the couch. I love recording on the couch.
The couch is so comfy.
It's always an adventure when we record on the couch. The noises, the guest appearances.
So true.
But yeah, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's warm outside, I guess, in
37 degrees.
37.
That's warm here.
Warmer than it's been.
I was telling Isa, I was walking around earlier and people were in shorts.
Yes.
I don't blame them. Honestly, I went outside. I took my dog out this morning and it was my pajamas were short sleeved and I was like, wow, this feels great out here.
Like, it's summertime.
Usually
in the
I'm
city.
shivering, tucking my arms in the pajamas while I wait for her to go. You know how it goes.
It's that serious. Yes.
Yeah, but how are you?
I'm excited about the warm weather. I'm excited that it's summertime now, that we're in mid-February. Nothing really to report. I went home for a week. My trip sucked. I'm not going to lie to you. I got really sick the second I touched down in Detroit. And
were you sick leading up, or was it as soon as you got there?
No, it was as soon as I got home. I had to film a self-tape. And for those of you that, aren't from here and travel home, sometimes you have to film a self-tape in your childhood home or childhood bedroom. And it's just a whole experience. And I really regretted waiting until I was home to do it. But
you had a problem with your ring light too, right?
I ordered a ring light on Amazon to my parents' house. So
when you texted me that, I felt like I led you astray. And I was
No. It was not anyone's fault. It was actually Amazon's fault. Because why would you send me something that's fucking defective? Excuse my French. But yeah, the ring light's problem was that it would turn off every minute. 60 seconds.
And how long was your, what you had to film?
I think the longest I had to go was 90 seconds. But there was if I would let it just hang out and charge for a little, sometimes it would go to a minute 20 or a minute 30. So I got 2 out of the 3 things filmed with light fully the whole way. And then the last side that I did, I just couldn't. It just kept turning off. And I tried different takes where I was like, it seems the light has gone out in the building. Let me find someone to help turn that on. And then I was like, it's absolutely doing too much. And I just let the light go dark on my face. And I was like, I'm pushing through.
Yeah, you just have to submit at that point.
And then the second I finished my 4-hour self-tape endeavor, I literally was like, my throat kind of hurts. And then I woke up the next day and felt really sick. And so... I just had it was definitely one of those moments where I was like, I'm being tested about, learning to let go of control and relinquish, control over things that I don't have control over, like getting sick when I planned a week-long vacation. But alas, I'm back. I'm feeling less sick now. I got to see my family for a few hours, masked. It is what it is. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm fine. I really don't have, I was thinking on the way here, I was like, do I have anything to report? No. I feel like I finally, and please cut back to a few episodes ago, a handful of episodes ago, Ice Mountain, where I was
forever ago.
I know. It was last year. But I was like, I miss Burnout. What? What is wrong with me? Because she's back.
She's back.
I didn't actually miss her. I didn't mean that. It's fine. I'm just getting into a routine. I was, as I've said a million times, I was unemployed for 7 months. So just getting back into the grind, the hustle of it all, a routine, is just, it's exhausting. Yeah. And so yesterday I had a 12-hour day, which is crazy because I used to do 15-hour days in college and I was fine. I was totally fine because that's just how life was. But yeah, 12-hour day yesterday, I was beat. I was dead. But I'm fine. Yeah, I'm just working.
You're like, it was a really long day.
I'm working. I'm reading. I finished a book on my way here, actually.
What book?
Loved One.
Yes.
I loved it.
You loved it. Yay.
It was really good. It's a nice mix of like, it's a grief and like what that looks like for certain people, and like grieving someone who died younger than they were supposed to, but it's very sweet and like bringing community together. Like it was really good. I haven't decided what I'm gonna rate it yet. I think
you just
either like a 4 or
it.
4.5. I like to let it simmer for a minute.
Yeah.
I like to read some other reviews. Not that I like base it off of like what other people, but I'm like, maybe I didn't notice something.
You're trying to process all of the different perspectives.
Yeah,
I
like to do a little scroll on TikTok and look it up, see what the people think.
Yeah.
I promise.
Like really process it.
Yeah, I promise I'm not like copying anyone's opinion. I just like to hear them all.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like that.
Like that's literally, I went to the vet last week, the vet this week, not because my animals are sick or anything. They just needed some checkups.
I love that. You're staying on top of those appointments.
Yeah, I just feel like a fucking adult. Finishing a book, working, and going to the vet. Like that's my life.
I know, man. Adulthood is here. There's no
like
ignoring
it's been
it
here,
now.
and it's like, oh, now we're in full swing.
But it's like the first couple years you can kind of be like, well,
well, and especially for so long, I was like, oh, but COVID took away 3 years of my life. It felt like, and so I was like, I'm mentally 23. Like, I still think that.
I know. I'm like, what's the excuse now? It's been 6 fucking years.
6 years. So,
wow.
Yeah, isn't that tough? That's coming up.
Like,
it was like March. It was Friday the 13th, right?
March
like when
13th.
like the big like announcement came.
Oh my God, it's on Friday the 13th again.
Is it?
Wait.
Is it a Friday the 13th?
Yes, because I have a show. Dun, dun, dun,
You're
dun.
celebrating.
Woo!
Happy
COVID.
anniversary, COVID.
I can't wait to celebrate.
Anyway. So we watched the Super Bowl on Sunday.
We sure did, y'all.
What we
sure did,
think.
y'all. I had a great time. I mean, we really were there for one reason and one reason only. Not big. We can be sports fans from time to time,
but it's hard. Caitlin was saying, our friend Caitlin was saying this the other.
You know her,
filling you in. Was saying this the other day that like our whole lives we're from Michigan, where the Detroit Lions are our team, like for football. And they were really bad for a very long time.
And then there was like a year where we were like, they might make it.
And I still think they're pretty, like they did.
Yeah,
okay.
they're getting much better.
They're getting much better. And it's consistency now is like the key.
And everybody loves an underdog.
Yeah. So all that to say, we're big sports fans when the Lions are doing well.
Michigan.
When it comes to Michigan versus Michigan State.
Big fans there.
I like
Lions.
baseball. I like hockey. I think you do as well.
Big hockey fans here.
And that's our sports extent.
And so we just needed to give you a little background.
So
before,
we weren't rooting for anyone in particular.
We weren't. No. I come from anybody but the Patriots kind of household. So I guess I was rooting for the Seahawks.
I was as well. Yeah. Just
go
Hawks. Just guys.
Go Seahawks. I don't know if they say that. Anyway, besides the point, the real point again being our personal friend Benito Ocasio. Love him to death. God, what a performance, truly. Just felt like we needed to recap because not only was it so amazing, but it also felt like a really big cultural moment. I mean, I know that in the past, people like Shakira and J-Lo have blown us away. I'm sure I'm missing someone else. Didn't Enrique Iglesias also perform? Yes, I think that's correct. But this is the first time that really, like, the Super Bowl halftime show has been completely in a different language. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was just really awesome. I mean, it was really a message of unity, which I feel like a lot of people have been commenting on. Obviously, like, the message he was displaying on the big screen at the end, like, even with all of the political commentary that was kind of woven into his performance, I felt like the bigger message at hand was still like joy. And I feel like I've heard a lot of people talk about joy as an act of resistance, especially 100%. In like a lot of the things that we've been seeing happening in our country lately. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people loved it. We loved it. I felt like really, proud and represented. And I've been seeing so many things on TikTok too of like Latino families like recording their reactions and they're like freaking out and screaming.
Sweet. Yeah.
It was just really cool to hear, like my island, hear other people's places and like see that kind of sense of joy and pride shared. And like, what an icon. He really shouted out every single
oh my God, yeah. The memorization.
Place in North, Central, and South America. America, we together, we are one. So such a beautiful message. So anyway, that was just, we just wanted to highlight that because what a beautiful moment, I feel like, for all of us.
It was amazing. I watched it like multiple times since, and every time I get chills, like without a doubt. It was insane. And I was so happy to experience it with you.
Yeah, I'm glad I did too. It was just like a great time. And I felt like, oh my God, and Lady Gaga coming out and Ricky Martin. Like
Lady Gaga was the last person I expected to show up.
I was
pleasantly surprised, but I was like, wait, what?
5 minutes before in the bathroom, I ran through a list of people to Riley that I thought were going to come out. And a lot of them were in Benito's like casita, like Young Miko, Karol G, like
Cardi B.
I
100% Cardi. As soon as they showed her, as soon as they like panned to Cardi, I was like, oh, here she comes. Like she's just doing a little cameo, and then she's gonna run around. They're not gonna show that. She's gonna run to the other side of the stage and get in her spot, ready to go.
100%. Just like great vibes overall. And I just love Lady Gaga and her little like
her hands
salsa was so freaking cute. So yeah. Ooh, also one final shout out, similar to how the halftime show was the first full Spanish halftime show. His album won Album of the Year at the Grammys. And that's also so cool. Like, just an album in a completely different language to be recognized like that.
And it's so special, especially for this younger generation to see that. And I know that was highlighted in his performance, but like giving the Grammy to like his younger self. And that tears were filling my eyes at that point.
Yeah.
So, what are we here to talk about today?
We're here to talk about something you kind of touched on. You were talking about getting back in routine and that kind of like grind and hustle that we find ourselves in. Mm-hmm. Some might call it hustle culture.
Yes.
What do you think?
Oh, yes. So we have the definition of hustle culture for you today. So what is hustle culture? Google says hustle culture, also known as grind culture or toxic productivity, is a societal, often online mentality that glorifies nonstop working, intense ambition, and sacrificing sleep, health, and personal life to achieve success. It equates constant busyness with high performance and self-worth, often leading to burnout, stress, and anxiety.
I'm like, well, when you put it like that,
fuck. Have we been hustling this whole time? It doesn't feel like it. I don't know. How do you...
But I think that's the thing. It's like, in hustle culture, like, yes, people are always grinding, but like the people that are always like, you don't ever feel like you get to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's
always like, it's not good enough. I gotta keep hustling. I gotta keep working. But it's like,
girl. I didn't wake up and immediately be productive until the minute I went to bed, failed my day. Yeah. Like that's sometimes how it feels. Like I'll do one thing. Like honestly, yesterday I did something. Not yesterday, sorry. Day before. Not that it matters. 2 days ago, I did something that was on my to-do list for several months. I mean, like 7 months.
How did it feel?
It felt like a huge relief off my shoulders, but I was like, that's not enough. I was like, I've done nothing today. I've done absolutely nothing. And I just feel like that's kind of coming from that culture around us as individuals. Not even necessarily goals we might have for ourselves, but seeing everybody else nonstop go, 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 go. How are we expected to not be go, 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 or not at least compare ourselves to that?
Of course.
So based off of this definition and kind of the pressure that we put on ourselves because of it, what do you think like this means about like the expectations that are put on us? Like what do we always need to be doing in order to be successful?
So I think when I moved here, I didn't fully like understand or grasp what like being an actor actually means and like all the steps it takes to get there. I think society expects like, okay, so you are going to be an actor, that means you're auditioning all the time, but that's not the case. I wish it was. I wish I was auditioning more, but unfortunately, and not unfortunately, because we'll get there. But I'm sorry, I like interrupted myself. I and everyone else that has moved here to in pursuit of some dream, you have to grind behind the scenes, making money in a survival job and like just trying to pay your bills and just trying to be a human and having a social life outside of auditioning. And so like personally, like society's expectation, I think is a little fucked of us because yes, I'm here to be an artist and I do my voice lessons twice a month when I can and I try to get to auditions when I can, but realistically, I have to be a human first.
Yeah. There's no right or wrong way to hustle and grind, and I feel like people have started to equate rest with like, you're not grinding.
Laziness.
Yeah. Like, oh, well, there's somebody that's up right now, like at the gym, or there's somebody that's at an audition right now. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of like how life is.
There's always going to be someone.
I know. There's always someone, and there's always going to be like a new, like up and coming artist. There's always going to be like a new show looking for a new thing. And I don't know, like navigating all of those things is difficult. Sometimes you have to put it on the table and I guess prioritize, like your career comes first until like you have to be a human, and then sometimes like you have to put your mental health first, sometimes you have to put your physical health first, you might have to put your family first, you might have to put a friend first, and I think learning that has been kind of just like as we go, you know, like we face a problem and we're like, oh, I didn't expect this to happen, but I guess now we have to adjust what we thought chasing a career in this industry looked like.
Totally.
It's not always linear, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I think with all of this, I think the underlying message is like just to like set your own standard, your own boundary of like, this is when I work, this is when I play, this is when I combine the two to do what I came here to do. And just like be nice to yourself and like have grace. I mean, like, fuck, like I'll be real with you. Like I really wanted to go to this audition a few weeks ago and I woke up that morning and I was like, it's my one day off of work. I'm exhausted. I need to rest. I need to do my laundry. I need to clean my apartment. I need to run errands. And I was like, if I don't do it today, then it gets pushed off another week. And as much as I would have loved to be seen at that audition, and it was for a show that like I would love to do, it didn't happen. And was I mad at myself? Absolutely. Will there be another audition? Absolutely. It's just sometimes really just taking a step back and being like, what is important in the grand scheme right now?
I love that.
Thanks.
I think if we want to even move into like auditions a little bit, that kind of felt like a nice segue into one of our first points about luck of the draw. And just kind of how, like sometimes when I'm feeling that way, like what you just described of like, I like didn't go to this open call and there's people that went and I kind of like, I don't know, like I forfeited myself from that opportunity. I sometimes remind myself that there's like a million other possibilities that could happen at any given time. Like not to get like Doctor Strange, the multiverse, like all of these different, but really like we could have like, you could have gone to that audition and not gotten seen. You could have gone to that audition and like pushed those things back and then missed another audition a week later because of like, there's so many things that could happen. And I feel like trusting your instinct on what's best for you in that moment will kind of like allow the rest of your life to kind of like align. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you were meant to be in that show, it would have happened somehow.
100%.
And it's not that everything always necessarily happens for a specific reason, but I do like, I don't know, like the burnt toast theory a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just sometimes you got to go with the flow of things. You woke up, you like were in tune with yourself. And sometimes it really is just like being in the right place at the right time. And sometimes like you not being there was maybe just like you weren't meant to be there. And the next audition you're at, it's like you made it there because that's where you were supposed to audition for and be seen for.
And
you know?
And I also think there's an element as well. It's like if I prioritize myself and what is best for me, then I can be my best, most authentic self that next time around. Because if I keep just like pushing myself to the point where I burn out, I'm not going to be proud of the work I do in an audition at work when I'm with my friend, not seeing my friends as work, but I won't, I won't be happy with who I am with myself if I just keep spreading myself too thin and not prioritizing myself.
Love that. Like I really loved what you said. It's just like if you take care of yourself, like you just can be better, more long-term and more prolonged.
I think it also taking care of yourself leads to like not resenting the thing you love and like what we came here to do personally. Like I know there's sometimes like when I'm like at my max burnout and I'll get like a fucking self-tape request, and not that I'm ever upset about that, but I'm so exhausted and so like I don't want to do this. I'm upset that I have to do this in this moment right now. And that like that sucks. That sucks. Like when I look at, like when I think back to that, I'm like, I don't want to feel that way. I want to be proud of the work that I am doing and feel confident in myself. And like, I want to do these auditions. And so I saw this creator and I wish I had their name at the moment. We will find it.
Maybe we'll find it.
We will find it. I know I will. But she was just talking about how she's like, she's non-union. She's done the open calls for many, many years. And this is the first year where she is like, I'm being much more selective of like where I'm placing my time and energy and the auditions that I'm showing up to, because I know I will do so much better once I actually care about what I'm doing and the show I'm doing. And not that she didn't care before, you know, but like that, like the intentionality. Yeah.
I really like that.
So Isa, what is something we can control in the room versus what we can't control?
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, something that I've been working on is just authenticity. I feel like actors, we walk into an audition room and we're like, hey, I'm not too desperate, but I am desperate. And also, it's so nice to meet you, but I'm so chill. And this is really nothing, but I have been working on this for 6 months. And it just feels like they want you to not be weird, but like I have a really hard time not being weird.
No, me too.
And so I'm just trying to like focus on literally just being like, hey, how are you? Like, this is what I am like on a normal day. And I feel like that's one thing we can control is like who we are and just like what we bring to it. I don't know. What do you think? Something that we can control in the room?
Being prepared is one thing that we can control. Like you said earlier, you're like, I've been working on this for 6 months. That's true. I mean, I go to my voice lessons and I work on songs I've had in my book since 2017. And they're not going anywhere. And it's like, I'm still going to work that muscle and make sure it's still there. And so when I do have the rare opportunity of entering a room, I feel so good about myself. And I'm not like, oh man, I haven't sang this in forever. Oh, what if I don't hit that note? What if this is shaky? What if the da-da-da-da? It's just continuing, I think, to work that muscle and remind yourself of like what doing that monologue, that song, that whatever piece you are doing, what that feels like for you and your body.
Yeah. You know what they say, practice makes perfect.
And they're right.
And I mean, they were onto something.
They were onto something.
They really were. I feel like those are like the only two things that you really can control.
Yeah.
But I guess like when you continue to like remind yourself of that, like a part of it is freeing. And I feel like something that I feel like we've touched on in the past, probably like this season, the episodes of this season, is kind of like we've gone into so many rooms and filmed so many things and been ghosted and not heard back that it's like, you know what? Like we can't really control anything. Like all you can do is just be like, I am marketing myself to you as someone that you want in your show, and you're just not taking me yet. But I feel like all you can do is present yourself and be like, hey, this is what I can do.
I am. I like to think of like a show and like the casting process as like a puzzle.
Ooh.
And like every actor, every producer, every director, someone that is involved with the show is a piece of the puzzle. And sometimes you'll have a director and some actors and like the pieces just won't fit. It's the puzzle analogy reading.
The puzzle analogy is so
awesome.
reading.
And so I am a piece. You are a piece. And sometimes we are just not fitting into that puzzle. They're maybe looking for someone taller, someone shorter, someone with dark hair, someone with light hair, someone like
literally maybe they're looking for a redhead and your shade of red is literally just too light.
I had that happen. I literally had that happen. I'm
so sorry. I did not mean to attack you.
I am so sorry. No, like literally happened recently. Like there was a movie being filmed, won't call it out, but and they were looking for 12 redheads. And they were supposed to be, I don't know what the fuck it's called. When you have like, okay, I think twins, triplets, like that, but 12. What would that be? Exactly. I'm not sure if that's like actually like possible. Like
I want to talk to whoever that woman is.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Not my business personally, but they were looking for 12 redheads, and I was emailing back and forth for so long, sending so many pictures of my faces, my hair, and it just turns out I didn't look like the other 11 redheads. Like it wasn't good enough. Not good enough. It wasn't what they were looking for. Did you like that like reframe of mind there? Like
we could end right there.
Episode's over.
That is genuinely such an incredible, like, I love the puzzle analogy. I was also like, to feed off, we're big analogy girls lately, but like, I love the not fitting into the puzzle. And it's like the hair color thing made me think like, maybe your piece of the puzzle is like over here and fits this puzzle that we haven't even started to work on that puzzle.
It's in the
yet.
box still.
It's in the box.
It's in the box on the shelf.
It's going to get unwrapped in the next couple years, get moved over to the Broadway puzzle shelf. And then, you know, like there's a piece of Riley that's like, it was the same color of like both puzzles, but it just didn't fit. Anyway, the analogy, it's the same thing. The analogy has been sorted. We know the analogy. I'm going to stop myself there. But yeah, we'll let you know if we have any more
Fuck, yeah, stay tuned.
Audition stories. Stay tuned.
I'm really proud of us. I just want to say, like, I think the girls who started this podcast 3 years ago.
Dude,
isn't that crazy? Who were they? Who were they? But they would have never had this conversation. They would have been like, oh, it's me. I'm the problem. I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. Where it's like, I love the quote, and I really try to like remind myself of this in all of these moments, that it's not a no. It's just not yet.
Love that. I really do. You know, similarly, I feel like we compare ourselves so much in this industry. And I love that saying that you said, because I feel like also kind of relates to when you see other people doing things online. Social media is the worst. We've discussed this.
I almost deleted TikTok this week. That's what's new with me.
I deleted Twitter and Threads.
I've never had Threads.
You're like, that's normal for most people. Don't have fucking
No,
Threads.
but that's big. I mean, is it the same as Twitter?
Yes.
I loved Twitter.
I was on Twitter
I was
far
a
too
Twitter
much.
gal back in the day,
Me
but then
too.
when things changed.
But then, you know, now it's X. Like,
yeah, I kind of cut that off.
I'll delete it from my phone. No, but social media can be a fucking lot. And especially with the comparison game, like truthfully, no hate. But it's an experience that I feel like we have to talk about, because it's hard to talk about because you don't want to offend anybody. Mm-hmm. But it can be hard sometimes to log onto your phone and see like booked and blessed, next gig loading.
I swear to God, it's every day.
Like
I open my phone and it's every day.
10th audition of the week. Like, this is all that I got rejected for, and these are all the things that I saw. And again, it is also amazing that those creators are creating content,
and they're doing
people.
it for a reason. Here we are. We're creating this for a reason.
100%. They're helping people learn how auditioning works, how the process of the industry kind of is. And so there's never any hate for that. But I think when you're in, you know, positions like ours, positions like other people's, in between jobs, you know, like it can be easy to be like, wow, look at what all of those people are doing. And I keep hearing no, not yet, not yet, not you, not yet. You know what I mean? And so I think just like cheering on other people is a good way to kind of reset your nervous system. Like, it's okay to cheer for them. Mm-hmm. It's a no right now, but it's a not yet.
We'll
or
have
whatever
our
you
time.
say. Yeah.
It'll come. And then I hope those people cheer for me.
Yes, exactly. Community, right?
Yeah, you never want to like tear someone down just because they're doing better than you in some way, shape, or form. Because one day maybe you'll do better. Maybe you might just be doing a little better than that. And maybe it's a scale. Maybe
it is an ebb and flow.
Maybe it's
Especially in this career. I mean, we see people be on Broadway and then they take months at a time that they're not working, and it's like those
years
people
even.
Yes,
I did an acting class with a woman. I'm obviously not going to say her name. That would be nuts. But she did a play on Broadway like pre-pandemic, and since the pandemic, she hasn't booked anything.
Yeah, and
she was like, "Help! Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I did this at one point, and now I can't seem to get booked again." There were multiple people in that class actually that were on. One was actively on Broadway and was like, I just am here to strengthen my craft. And another's like, I don't know how to book anymore. And it's like that, looking around that room, and I'm like, and here I am having like, what the fuck have I booked? Like, but here I am surrounded by people who are ebbing and flowing through this industry.
Yeah. I feel like you learn a lot from just watching other people's careers. And I don't know, like, it's just, I agree with everything you've said. It's so much better to cheer on for everybody in your industry and those people around you because, you know, like we all go through moments where we're not winning and we know how hard it is to win in this industry. And by win, we mean like book something, have the opportunity to do what we love, what we all love so dearly, which is to perform. And so it's just, yeah, you just got to uplift those around you because it's hard, man, to do it. And when someone does, like,
that's impressive.
Props to you, truly. Yeah. And all that we want to kind of reiterate is just that it's not taking away from your self-worth because you haven't heard yes yet. Other people might be doing stuff, but that doesn't take away my valor as an actor, an artist. And people always told me that in college, professors and whatever, they were like, you're always an artist, even when you're not working. And I remember being like, shush, but it's so true.
When someone asks you, what do you do? Like, oh, what's your job? Yeah. Like, what do you say?
I used to say I'm an aspiring actor, but I have now started to say, like, I'm an artist, I'm an actor.
Love that.
Yeah.
I say I'm an actor, but during the day and to pay the bills, I work at a pottery studio.
But, you know, to pay those bills, I love that.
Because, I love what you're saying. Like, we're always going to be artists, actors. Yeah. Like, no one's ever going to take that away from us just because we don't book.
100%. 100%. I mean, the artist mentality in life is really that. It's a mentality. And I feel like some of the people that inspire me most truly just like create for the sake of creating. I feel like we've talked about that too.
And that's so beautiful in itself. Like I love watching our friends like produce their own pieces or do their own thing because I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what it means.
Like all of us, it's like I needed to create my own opportunity because I was tired of hearing no.
Yeah. Feeling so inspired
I know.
Today.
I'm like, okay, walk out of here and let me go book something right now.
Let me go book.
But I did see a TikTok and it was a book talk, of course. And it was this girl like going through like what books, like her favorite books of 2025. And one was The Alchemist. And I've never read it. I've seen the cover a million times, but she said this quote alone made me read this book. And here she is influencing me because this quote alone is going to make me read this book.
I'm ready.
But it says, and when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. Like, that's it. Like, it's very short and simple, but I just
Wait,
like...
can you read it one more time?
Yeah,
Sorry, I need to, like, process that again.
Yeah. I just hit the mic with my chin. I was like... And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it.
I love that.
Yeah. I know.
I really love
that. It's so
that.
simple, but it's like, yeah.
It leads me to... I've heard, like, also... TikTok is literally where we see everything. But I have seen kind of like when you have a dream in your life and you hope that it comes true, it's because you've already achieved it in a different lifetime and you were like born knowing, or maybe you achieve it in this lifetime, but like you're born with that dream because your soul like knows that you're meant to fulfill it someday.
I love that.
Right? I don't know. That made me kind of think of that. What a beautiful quote. I love quotes.
I do too.
God, we should be more quotey with each other.
Yeah.
Just like send each other quotes. Damn. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We have a bit of an announcement. We're going to be releasing our episodes every 2 weeks. So this episode that you're hearing will be coming out February 16th. Hello. You made it. You're here. And then we have a very special guest coming on. We haven't had a guest in a minute, so we're very, very excited about this. But we'll be welcoming Ellis Gage to the Not From Here floor. And that episode will be coming out March 2nd. We release on Mondays every other week. Don't forget it.
There she goes.
Feeling strongly.
Just a quick shout out, as always, to our social media manager, the man behind everything you are seeing on social media and YouTube. I guess is that social media? YouTube?
Yeah, man, it used to be back in the day. Yeah. I guess it's not really anymore, but I would consider it, yeah.
Every video aspect you are seeing is all thanks to a special guy named Noah Wisniewski, and we truly could not do this without him. We love him, we love him, we love him. If you want to keep up with us on social media and see all of Noah's work, you can follow us at notfromhere.podcast. That is notfromhere.podcast. And as always, I am Riley Klauza.
I am Isa Rodriguez, and we are definitely
not from here. Bye.